Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today we're doing a delicious Vietnamese dish called Bánh. So in the last couple of weeks, Rob and I have been looking through loads of our old recipes on the website because we're actually planning to put together an ebook. But I don't want to talk too much about this now, it will all become clear later on. But what we realized is that many of our favorite recipes don't have a video. So we thought we'd start remedying this right now by showing you how to make our vegan take on a Vietnamese baguette or bánh mì. And I was first introduced to this dish at a market stall in London by some lovely people. They had a market stall called Eat Chai. Now it's several years later and I still love this dish and this recipe that was inspired by that experience. And for those of you who don't quite know what a bánh mì is, like I said, it's Vietnamese baguette, and that's exactly what it is. It's a baguette split lengthways, stuffed with really yummy stuff like pickled vegetables, fresh vegetables, herbs like coriander, a spicy mayonnaise, and we will be making it with marinated and fried tofu. But before we start cooking, I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on various topics like design, illustration, photography, video, and even cooking. Recently I've been taking Khalees's class, Creative Cooking, Simple Sauces to Elevate Every Meal. I love that there are more cooking classes added to the Skillshare library recently, and Khalees's class didn't disappoint. She made a really inviting class with some great recipes that will make your food taste better. Her jerk sauce looks absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to make it later this week. And what's really great is that Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and discover new things. If you would like to try out Skillshare for yourself, the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description box will receive a free trial to Skillshare Premium membership so that you can try out all the classes on the platform. Okay, now let's start cooking, and first off we need to marinate our tofu, and I'm using a firm tofu that I've squeezed the excess water of, and we just need to slice it up. I cut a 300 gram block of tofu into 8 even slices. Then I set the tofu aside while I make the marinade by pouring 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce into a shallow dish. Then into the same dish I add 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, 1.5 tablespoons maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke, 2 teaspoons of sriracha sauce, and black pepper to taste. Then I mix all the marinade ingredients together well, and I immerse the tofu in that sauce, making sure that it's all covered. Finally, I cover the dish and I set it aside in the fridge, either overnight or for at least 1 hour before cooking. There are 2 other components to this dish that you could prepare the night before as well, and the first one that I want to show you are the quick pickles, and for this I'm using carrot and radish. You could also use like some jalapeno peppers or some other spicy chili pepper, and yeah, even though you can prepare these the night before and they need like a couple of hours at least to sit, they are very easy and quick to make. To make the pickles, we first need to make the pickling brine, and to do this I pour 1/3 of a cup of rice vinegar into a jar along with 1/3 of a cup of warm water. I also add in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, as well as a finely sliced garlic clove, 8 peppercorns, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then I shake the jar up until it's all well combined. To prep the veggies, I start by julienning the carrots, either by using this nifty julienne vegetable peeler, or you could simply cut it into matchsticks with a regular knife. I also cut the greens off of the radishes and slice them up. vegetables to the brine in the jar that I prepared earlier, and I leave that in the fridge, like I said, overnight or for at least an hour before assembling the baguette. The second thing you can prepare the night before that I hinted at earlier is my take on a sriracha mayonnaise. And for this you'll need a powerful blender as well as 1 cup of raw cashews that have been soaking in water overnight or for about 30 minutes in boiling hot water. When the cashews are done soaking, I drain them and I add them to the blender along with 1 roughly chopped garlic clove, the juice from a medium-sized lemon, 1 tablespoon sriracha hot sauce, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, a half of a teaspoon of ground mustard, this is optional but it tastes really good, a 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, and a 1/4 cup of water. Then I simply blend it all until it's smooth and creamy, I adjust the seasoning, and then I set it aside in the fridge. So these 3 components that we've made already are actually the main prepping tasks that you need to do to make these baguettes, and I really like that you can make them in advance, and you can also prepare them in bigger batches if you want to make them several times in the next few days. And as a little side note, these 3 components also go really well in like a noodle salad or just a chopped salad if you end up with leftovers. But now we're really close to having this delicious baguette on the plate, so let's do the final tasks to reach that point. And what we need to do next is frying off the tofu and prepping some fresh veggie ingredients to go on the baguette. I use about 1/3 of a cucumber to serve 4 people, and I like to use a vegetable peeler to slice it into ribbons. I also slice 2 spring onions finely, and I grab a handful of fresh coriander leaves, and I make sure I've got some fresh lettuce on hand as well. Finally, I fry off the tofu in a little bit of oil in a griddle pan just before assembling the baguette. I fry the tofu for 3-4 minutes on the first side and then roughly 2 minutes on the other side until they have nice griddle lines. You can of course fry it in a regular frying pan too if you don't have a griddle pan. Once the tofu is fried nicely, it's time to assemble the baguette. And I usually cut a regular sized baguette in half or into thirds and then slice it open, but not all the way through. I spread some sriracha cashew mayo on both sides of the inside of the baguette. And then I layer the green leaves, the cucumber ribbons, the pickled radish and carrot, as well as the fried tofu inside it. Finally, to finish, I garnish with the sliced spring onion and the fresh coriander. And that's the baguette all done. I really think this baguette is like the perfect combination of flavors and textures. It's got tangy, it's got savory, it's got sweet, it's got spicy, crunchy, you name it, it's in there. And it's a really great dish to bring to a picnic or to eat in your garden. And if you wanted to cook outdoors, you can also grill the tofu on the barbecue. And I really hope that you will enjoy this recipe as much as we do. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It really helps us out. And yeah, take care everyone. See you next time.